welcome back, Bourbon family. We are back at it again. Hey, real quick, before we dive into this Elijah Craig C921, quick shout out to my newest patron rather, Tony Wilsey. Tony, thanks for supporting the Bourbon Judge. Thank you for becoming a patron. Tony comments all the time. She's always commenting, providing just great feedback and insight to the Bourbon Judge. So again, I appreciate you and thank you again for joining the Bourbon Judge patron family. So thank you, Tony. I really wanted to dive into today Elijah Craig C921. So this one just came out, as I mentioned in a few episodes ago, right? This was on my hunting list for Q4 for the bourbon world. And I was driving out past this weekend, out and about with the family, past Halloween weekend, if you will. And I'm telling you, I saw this all over. So if you're driving through Delaware, I don't know if it's still on the shelves, but it was all over this past weekend. But I got it for the first place I went to, because I didn't know, right? You never know when you go into a shop whether or not if you're going to find it at other stores. So I bought it. It was at a decent price. I got it for like 81 bucks. I was good to go. You know me, the way I roll from a from a bourbon hunting perspective. I started going to other stores just to kind of, you know, look around, do my little hunting for the weekend. And I ended up finding it at different stores, anywhere from $75 to $90 on average. But again, I got it for like 80 or 81 bucks. So again, it was all throughout Delaware this past weekend. So if you're driving through, you might have a chance to find it. All right, so what do we know about Elijah Craig? So very high level, because I've reviewed Elijah Craig barrel proof numerous times before, but very much cliff notes, right? Number one comes out from Heaven Hill, so it's a Heaven Hill sub brand. Typically from MSRP is typically 65, 70, 75-ish. It's now going up, as I just mentioned before. It's now in that $75 to $90 range. Hey, it is what it is. It's a barrel proof bourbon, as it says here right on the front. It's uncut, straight from the barrel, so truly barrel proof. And on the side, it says age 12 years. So that's everything to know about Elijah Craig barrel proof. Also, I'm going to go ahead and pour this. Comes out 3 times per year. The A, the B, the C. A is always typically in the spring. B is always like in that May time frame. And then C is always in the fall. And again, the numbers, the 9 stands for, so in this case, C, the third batch. 9 stands for, it comes out in this case September, and then the last 2 digits 21 for the year. So this came out in September of this year, 2021. Real quick, I've already, like I do with a lot of my different bourbons, whenever I get a new bottle, I always typically pop it the day that I get it, uncork it, just, you know, go ahead, pop the top off, pour a little bit in my Affinity bottle, and give it a chance to breathe a little bit for at least a couple days before I go ahead and review it. So this is a brand new one for me. I haven't had a chance to dive into this one yet. Now, if you go back, folks, oh man, oh my, woo! If you go back to B521, woo! The first time Bourbon Judge, I gave Elijah Craig barrel proof a do not buy. Oh man, woo! You want to talk about setting some people off? Oh man, I think I had some people upset in the bourbon world. There are people that are commenting, and I love all the comments. It's always a blast. People like, Bourbon Judge, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? You know, but no, all jokes aside, it was actually quite funny. And I actually do appreciate everyone's feedback. I gave it a do not buy, not just because the proof on B521 was a little bit lower. The proof on B521 was 118.2. I gave it a do not buy because it was good, but it just didn't have that traditional, very deep, rich notes of traditional Elijah Craig barrel proof, as well as it missed out on a very long finish. I felt like the finish was a bit too short for my liking, for my personal palate. But, you know, a lot of people are like, hey, Bourbon Judge, it's still, at the end of the day, it's a barrel-proof bourbon. It's one that's not typically marked up too much, and it's aged 12 years, so it's still worth the buy. And I agree. I appreciate that. I respect that, and I would agree. It definitely is worth adding to the collection from that standpoint, because we all know bourbon is becoming more and more expensive. So for a 12-year age barrel-proof bourbon that you can, for the most part, pretty much get after going to a few stores, hey, I'm with you. I'm with you. And what I'm even going to do is, because this is the third release, Give me a couple weeks. I'm going to come back and do a full 2021 Elijah Craig barrel proof. Let's call it a taste off. Is that cool? All right. I'm going to bring the A, the B, and the C. And at that point, they'll all have been open for anywhere from several months to, in this case, one for at least a month at that point. And we'll see how they truly all compare next to each other. All right. Enough talking, more sipping. I like that. I kind of always like random, like one-off quotes. I like that one though. All right, let's get into that color real quick. So not bad, very nice, nice deep, rich color. So this one I should say from a proof standpoint for C921, a little bit higher than the B521. B521 was 118.2. This one's still on the lower end, but it comes in at 120.2. So not, again, the traditional, what you think of Elijah Craig, 130, 135 proof, 136. This is a bit more on the lower range for Elijah Craig at 120.2. But that's okay, right? It doesn't have to be a super high proof just for it to be a great quality bourbon. So that's one important thing. All right. Well, I can tell you right now, the nose, damn, that is nice. The nose starts to come back to the traditional Elijah Craig. Tons of like your brown sugar. A little bit more maple syrup in the nose than you normally would get with Elijah Craig. Maybe a smidge more. A little bit more leather, some oak, some caramel. Very nice. The nose is not bad. Very, very traditional and quintessential barrel proof, strong, very oak forward bourbon. Very nice. All right, all right. Nose wise, I'm good with this so far. So far, we're in a good relationship right now. We're having a good relationship, Elijah Craig, C921. We're good right now in the nose. This is good. I'm liking this a lot more than the B521. I will say that, even than the nose. More well-rounded, just tons of like everything. When you think of traditional, really good quality bourbon, you think of it right here in an Elijah Craig barrel proof. All right. Hey, I say this each and every week. You guys know me. I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you, by the way, again for all the comments. Even going back to that B521 where I got some feedback, but I like that, right? Hey, everyone needs to get feedback once in a while. I get it a lot, by the way, from Mrs. Judge. a ton of feedback, but I love getting it from you guys and gals out there as well. Hey, peace, cheers, salute. I appreciate everyone. Let's see if C921 checked the box and is a buy. We'll see. Woo! Wow. That really woke me up. Goodness gracious. Oh, man. Hold on. Let me get a little bit more. Just a smidge more before I kind of dive into it. Wow. Woo! Oh, yeah. All right. Couple of things. As you can tell, damn, that is powerful. Woo! Wow. That is extremely bold in the mouth. Everything from the nose, transfer to the palate. Tons of brown sugar. Not as much maple syrup actually in the palate than there was in the nose. But tons of brown sugar, a little bit of maple syrup, tons of like leather, oak, caramel, very robust in the mouth and the palate, and it has an extremely, and I mean extremely long finish. Damn, that has some kick to it. Woo! It's funny because it's only 120.2 proof, but that's pretty hot. But that's okay. I'm good with that. So, like I always say, Bourbon Judge. Is it a buy? Is it worth leaving on the shelf? Should I go ahead and run out and hunt for this as soon as it becomes available in my state? Absolutely. It's a buy all day long. This is damn good. In fact, I'm going to get another pour. Because I had a hell of a day. And why not, right? Why not? Seriously. This is really good. Woo! That packs a punch. I'm going to go at it one more time. Hey, in this bourbon world, it's all about sharing good bourbon with good friends. Can't wait to have my friends over so they can try C921. If you get it, let me know what you think. Cheers, everybody. Later. Woo! That's the Elijah Craig that I love. Peace out.